local weather with the KX News Storm Team.
Welcome back, everyone. Going to be starting this off on our satellite and radar, where we're seeing some rain up towards just north of Lake Sakakawea all the way up to the Canadian border. Have some thunder with that, as well as moving towards Minot in the next hour or so. That's when you're going to see some rain. Could be moderate at times in the Minot area. Got some rain all the way down to the southwest as well, and to the north central, or south central, I mean. We'll continue to see this rain on and off throughout much of the morning. Air quality index right now does show up to the north. You have these unhealthy for sensitive groups across much of the northern portions of the state, closer to Canada as well. And then we have these moderate ratings for many through the central and western portions of the state, the very far southwest. You're in the good. Eventually that wind should pick up through the afternoon, especially when some of those storms, it should push a lot of that haze out, but looks like we could have light haze on and off. Wouldn't surprise me if we see many days in the moderate rating this week. Temperatures right now sitting mostly in the mid to upper 60s, but we got some 70s already starting to appear, even some upper 70s to the far south in Mobridge. That's going to be the warmest area of the region. In dew points today, well, you're going to be back in the mid 60s, especially down to the south central. You're going to feel it today. You're already feeling it this morning in many locations. Up to the north, most likely sitting in that lower 60, upper 50 range. Still going to feel it at times, but nowhere near as sticky as some areas down to the south central. Wind speeds and directions 5 to, let's go, 15 miles per hour, mostly from the south, but we see some north winds. We also see some west winds as well. Beach just from the west. We'll see these all over the place today, especially once that front rolls through later this afternoon. Wind gusts could be up to 70 miles per hour with some of those storms we see this afternoon. And highs today, well, we're rangy. Upper 70s, lower 80s to the north. As you move down to the south, still got some of those lower 80s, upper 70s to the southwest. But as you move into the south central, that's where we're seeing those upper 80s, lower 90s starting to appear. Again, Mobridge at 96, one of the warmest areas of the region as we get through this afternoon. SPC has given us this marginal risk of severe weather across much of the state, a non-severe risk up to the northwest, but as we move into the south central, that's where we see that slight risk of severe weather. Once again, biggest concern for this area is going to be hail up to ping pong ball size. Could be bigger. We'll have to look at how the atmosphere sets up this afternoon. And then wind 70, could possibly get up to 80 miles per hour as those storms roll through. And we can see on precision cast rain on and off throughout much of the morning, especially up to the northwest. Quickly moves out as we get into the afternoon, right around 4 to 5 p.m. as we'll start to see those thunderstorms show themselves down to that southwest corner, and they're really going to move into the Dickinson, Medora area right around probably 7 p.m. and then the Bismarck, Mandan area right around 9 to maybe 10 p.m. and just spread itself out across much of the state. We're saying Jamestown all the way out to maybe Lake Sakakawea area as it moves through. Again, heavy rains at times with this as well. That's going to be another concern. Localized flooding, 1 to 2 inches could be possible around that Bismarck, Mandan area as it moves to the northeast towards the Devil's Lake area. It should start to weaken, but we can have rain on and off throughout much of the night into tomorrow morning. Highs tomorrow back in the mid to upper 60s. Cooler one to the south central, lower 60s could be possible there. Your Williston 5-day forecast got us at the 80s today, 70s tomorrow and Wednesday, then really do the rest of the end of the week as well. Dickinson 80s today, 60s tomorrow, 70s as we get through the end of the week. Your Minot 7-day forecast, well, that's showing us 80s today, 60s tomorrow, back to the 70s Wednesday, and we stay in the 70s through the weekend. We'll have some rain chances on the weekend as well. Your Bismarck 7-day forecast, 80s today, 60s tomorrow, 70s start Wednesday. They stick around through the weekend.
They need to come up with an invention when you can't get to a garage to protect your car from hail.
Yeah, I need it because my car's going to be outdoors today. Again, get your cars indoors if you can. If you can't, just hope the hail doesn't get that big.
All right, Stone, thanks very much. Coming up on Good Day Dakota, flying high.